Good morning, beautiful people. As you guys have read in the title, today's video is going to be a how to do your own box braids. Before you guys get too deep into the video, these will not be knotless braids. These are regular box braids that will be like a small, between small and medium size. So if that is what you are looking for, I would love for you to follow along in the video. I will be showing you different methods, two different methods of how to start your box braids. And yeah. So right now my hair is a mess. I'm going to also show y'all because I will be using a couple different colors. I will show y'all because I will be using a couple different colors of hair. So I am going to use my stand and show y'all ways to separate it when you have different colors of hair, rather than doing like one color on the back or one color on the top, or just having too much of one color and one spot. I'm going to show y'all how you will be able to separate them using the stand. If you don't have a hair stand, I would recommend it. I will show y'all mine and tell y'all where I got it from. But before I start, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hair because I did have a style in for about 2 weeks. So it is kind of oily. I'm going to go ahead and wash, blow dry my hair and all of that good stuff. And then I'll be back to show y'all how to do your own box braids. Alrighty, y'all. Don't mind my daughter's tablet in the back because, of course, they always come and sit right near you with their tablet on 10. But anyways, these are the packs. I just wanted to show y'all the colors that I have right now. This one is a copper, which my hair was a copper color before. And now it's like a blonde color because the copper color like dye is gone. And now I'm like cutting it short to get all of the bleach part out. I have this color also, which I don't think that I'm going to use just because it's too bright. Like I don't see that going with that. Kids, bro. I do have this color, which I think I'm going to blend with this. I don't know, but I have that color, and then I also have another copper pack at the bottom. So I have two copper colors, which I'm most likely going to use those as my main color. And I'm going to blend this one in with these colors. That way I have enough hair. Alrighty, y'all. So this is the stand that I have. I stepped on it like a year ago and broke those two pieces off. So don't mind that. But this is the stand that I have. I believe it's like 50 or something like that. 50 different little hooks to put your hair on. So that's 50 plaits that you will be able to do on the one stand before you have to reload it or whatever. But this is the one that I have. I got it from my local beauty supply store. I know I do have another one around here somewhere that is purple, and it's the same size, about 50 hooks. Same thing. I believe it was a little bit cheaper because that one is plastic and this one is wood, but this is the one I got. I know you can get them on Amazon. You can get them from your local beauty supply store, beauty warehouse. You can literally find them in a lot of places. And I know Shein, I believe it is, Shein and Temu, they have some also, and theirs are super cheap. It just take a little bit longer for theirs to come. But whatever floats your boat, just these racks will make your life much easier when it comes to plaiting or doing box braids. Any kind of braids, honestly, because you don't have to keep stopping to take apart hair and all of that. You would be able to just grab it off of your hook. I do want to add that my hook have these little hooks on the back on each side, so I will be hooking mine to the wall. That way my counter space is still free for like my other hair products and stuff that I will show y'all in a second. Okay, y'all, let's get started. So we are going to start off by sectioning our hair. I want to be sure to let y'all know that when sectioning your hair, try your best. Now, it's not something you need to spend the entire time like trying to like think like, oh my gosh, am I using the same amount? But if you can, try to use the same amount of hair for each braid. So each time you section off, try to use almost the same amount that you used in the last one for that one. So each one of your braids, you want to kind of make sure they're the same size. You know, like I said, it's not something to like dye over or like, you know, like be too pressed about. But for the most part, you want to try to get them all as close in size as possible. even when you go to doing a different color, you just want to be sure that you have these all around the same size. I know some people who will do their back a little bit bigger, not too much bigger where it's crazy or noticeable, but yeah. Moving on into the black hair. With the black hair, we are going to do the same thing like I mentioned before. Same like amount of hair you want to use that you used in the red ones. We are now going to start doing the red, black, red, black, red, black for the rows until I get more up to the top. Then you'll see that I'm going to do a couple of the rows, majority of them brown instead of black. All right, y'all. So I went ahead and got all of the hair hung. I got my like shower hooks or my towel hooks that's up there on the wall. If y'all want to know, I have them linked below. These are will be in my Amazon storefront. But anyways, back to the hair. I went ahead and as you guys can see, you can see the black, which I end up putting like 2 rows in between. Like my first 2 rows are going to both be red. But then you see the black, and every one after that is going to be like black, red, black, red, black, red. It was just like that one pack of black hair was, like ran out because there was only one pack where the reds come in the, it came in the pack with 3. So once I finished the black, I went ahead and just did my last 2 rows. Well, then I have these up here. So basically 3 rows of the red. But after I finish this whole rack, my first at the bottom is going to be that black and like, I'm going to show y'all. This one would be my next, to start off my next row. This one also have 3 in it, and it is a longer pack, which is why I started with the black on this one, because this one is, I wonder if it have the inches on it. I think it's not like a really long one. So this is the package it came out of. But yeah, it's not as long as you guys can tell by the packaging. Let me show you. Oops. Yep, it's not as long as the other one. So that's why I use this one first, because it's going to be in the back on the bottom row, which means it's going to, be closer to my back. So it's going to hang longer anyways. So that's why I saved this one for the top, where it have a longer stretch and it'll even out for the most part. So this one I will start blending once I finish the ones that's on the rack. Alright, y'all, I wanted to show y'all before I go and wash my hair. This is my hair. I cut it all off because when I bleached it, like this have nothing on what it was. It was like blonde. And I bleached it because I dyed my hair a copper red color, which is the color that's on this. And I had to like bleach it to get the dye to work. And now that I want my hair to be back my natural like black brownish color, I had to chop. So what I do is do a big chop every month, like literally every month. Once a month, I'll chop more off. I am like 5 months in, or 4, I want to say 4 months in of chopping. So right now I'm not going to chop because I'm getting ready to get the plaits. And once the plaits come out my hair, like y'all see all of this black, this is since January. Like this is what grew the black since January, and it is only June. So it's definitely growing back. So the more, once I take my plaits out, it'll be gonna grow even more, and I'm going to chop more of the gold off. I'm thinking about going natural, but then I also don't know, because I do love my relaxed hair, but I can't relax it right now until I get it back into a healthier stage, and this blonde is just not it. And if you know me, you know my hair was a really decent length. It was like past my shoulders or whatever, and yeah, I had to cut it all off to be able to get this blonde out, and I still got a lot more to go. On to the parting. Y'all, this is the worst part. The best advice I have for y'all when it comes to parting is use a rat tail comb. I always use the end of the comb, and it gets me as close to possible to where I need to be. Like, literally, like, my parting is nothing special. I try my best to get it perfect, but it don't be perfect, y'all. So don't stress yourself about it. Nobody, with your braids being so full, like your hair being full once your braids are finished, you won't even notice that your parts are a little off. Right here, y'all, I am just showing y'all that it is okay to not use a comb. I don't use a comb sometimes. I just go ahead and pinch because it's a little bit easier. And as a beginner, you are able to feel what you are doing and if they're the same size. This is going to be the first method that I use. This is one piece of hair that I sectioned off before. I am going to go ahead and split this into two. Y'all have to be very careful because once you split it into two, you want to have one piece that is smaller than the other piece. You see how this piece is more medium and then this piece is skinny. Like you don't want it to be too skinny, but you want them to both be different sizes because I'm going to go ahead and cross them. You see, you have the two bigger ones. Those are not going to cross. You want to cross the two smaller ones. Your thumbs is going to be your best bet. That is how I use them, and that is the best advice that I can give. I use my thumbs, but either way, whichever way is going to be easiest for you to get the hair crossed, even if you just cross it the regular way, just do it. You're able to cross it, then whatever way is easier for you to cross it. You see, now I have the two skinny pieces are going to be connected. My two bigger pieces are not. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all exactly what I mean when I go ahead and start braiding. Alrighty, y'all, here we go again. I'm going to show y'all again. I am going to pull it apart. I'm going to make sure I have one side that is smaller than the other. I have two pieces. One is smaller, one is going to be bigger. What I'm going to do, the two smaller ones, you want to connect because you need three strands. You need three strands. So you need your two smaller ones to connect. Once they connect, then it's going to make one that is the same size as your two bigger ones. Here we go again. You see the two smaller ones I connected the two smaller ones. Now I have three pieces, which is what you need to braid, to connect it into your braid. Also, remember when using this method, your thumbs will be your best friend. I'm going to also talk y'all through how to connect it with the three strands into your hair. What I'm going to do is take my thumb and slide it exactly halfway through that box. That way, my two smaller ones is carrying the most hair out of that one part. And then I'm just going to go ahead and braid it in. This video is not teaching exactly like the techniques on to braid. So this is more for people who already know how to braid. Then you'll understand the crossing your fingers and stuff already. I won't go into detail about that in this video. But once you get those three strands in, then you are good to go. After you get those locked in there, you are pretty much just going to go ahead and start plaiting down. Now, this is going to be the easiest method, y'all. A lot of people use this method, and this is the easiest one. You just already have your 2 strands. You're not doing nothing fancy with your fingers. Y'all, you is just putting those 2 strands in your head, and your hair is going to make that 3rd strand. So all you are doing is wrapping the black one on the top, and then you're going to just go ahead and start braiding it in. So it's nothing, that piece of hair that's already in your head, your hair is the 3rd strand. So as you see, now I have 3 strands. Once I get to the end, y'all will see that the way that I make the 3rd strand longer, because of course your hair is not going to be the same length as the weave. If it is, you are one of God's favorite, but mine isn't. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all. Y'all will see that I'm going to go ahead and start taking hair from the 2 longer ones. You don't want to take too much hair, but you want to pinch little pieces off. You see how I'm pinching from each one? You just want to pinch, and then you're going to go ahead and finish braiding it down, because then you have 3 long strands. Finally finished all the way up to the top. I am done with the back and the middle. We are moving on to the top of my head, and we'll be done. So now here y'all will see that I went ahead and parted that one off. So my sides is much smaller, so I am going to only put 3 on each one. As you guys can see, I went ahead and parted that out into 3 already. I'm using that 3 strand method again, especially around my edges. It's going to be better because it's going to be a little bit tighter, and I'm able to control the grip for the most part when doing my ones around the edge. Always remember that the thumbs is going to be your best friend when using this method. I split my thumb through half of my hair and made it into 2, and then I am just braiding away. So technically this method is just like you would braid, instead of more of like a box, like a plait or a box braid, some of y'all call. It is more of like a braiding method that you are using to start off, but not actually braiding the hair. You are plaiting the hair. Alrighty, y'all, we are down to the last. I can make this 2 rows, but I think I'm going to make this 2 rows and this just 1. As you guys can see, I always do my plaits. Yes, when I'm parting, like when I first start, I do a middle part, but I am not going to have a middle part of my plaits. I just can't stand it. I don't pull my plaits up in a ponytail. That's another thing, because it tear on your edges, it pulls and all of that. So you never see my plaits up, or my box braids, whatever you guys call it. You would never see mine in a ponytail. I don't wear them in a ponytail. When I need to, I just do a little tie in the back. I'll turn around and show y'all. Like now is a little tie in the back, which I pull from just like two in the back where your hair is much stronger. I just take those and tie a little piece, and it typically just keep them all, you know, it keep them all pulled back. Like even this, I could tuck this in and I don't have to worry about it coming back out. Like that is that. So I don't put my hair up in a ponytail. But anyways, I always do a side part. So now I have the option of just let my side part be right here and just leave it and do these 2 rows over here. But I think I'm going to try to split it and do 1 more row on this side, and then the rest of this row, which you can see I already started because of this flat right here. I'm thinking about what I want to do. So I'll get to that. But yeah, I'm down to the last nitty gritty. As you guys can see, I haven't plaited a lot of them down to the end. Like the back part, the whole back is plaited down, as y'all can see. I haven't dipped any of them yet because I want to dip them all at once. That way I don't have to worry about my clothes being wet multiple times, all of that. But I will also show y'all how to dip hair. I won't be able to hold a camera, of course, because that is very dangerous. But I will show y'all to the best of my ability. I'm going to go ahead and finish these. I did just want to come and show y'all how I do my side part, because I don't want y'all to be like, this heifer had a part in the middle when she started. But that's just to section off my hair to see where I'm going. But again, like I told y'all, like the sides are done. I haven't plait down. Y'all can see where my hair is like this because of the different colors. But a way to avoid that is to plait down your hair first, especially if you have like natural hair, more coarse hair, any of that. Flat iron first. My reason is mine is damaged from that dye, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video, which is why mine show more. But a good way to get that hair to be down, oh thank God that turned off because that was kind of loud. A good way to get that to be flat more or whatever is to flat iron or hot comb your hair before you do it. That would be, or even blow drying. I think blow drying can help it sometimes depending on the type of blow dryer that you use. But those are options to help lay down that extra hair that is sticking out. I'll show y'all again. You can see like the color. Mine is more of the color in that it's damaged. It's not that bad, and especially once I dip my hair, you guys will see a lot of that gonna lay so slick, because what I do when I dip my hair is I dip my towel down into some hot water, and then I like rub it onto my hair so it lay down all of the little flying hairs on those top layers. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish these 2 rows, and then I'm gonna go ahead and plait down. It will probably take me a day or so to plait down because it is almost time. A little bit of Leia is home. It is almost time to go and pick Cody up from daycare in a couple, I think 2 hours or so. Once the kids get home, I really don't work on my hair much. Alea is like super chill, but with both of them together, no. So it will probably take me a day. It probably will take me a day to finish plaiting these down, or I'll get it done tomorrow. And then I will come back and show y'all. Don't have kids. Anyways, I will come back and show y'all it being finished and how I dipped it. And I want to also explain to y'all why y'all didn't see me use products on my hair in the video. A lot of people use products in their hair when they're doing their videos or doing their plaits and stuff, and I do not recommend. Are you okay? I do not recommend, and I have my reasons. I don't use them. Now, when I finish my hair, yes, I will go through, grease it, all of that, mousse my scalp, mousse the hair, whatever need be, I will do it then. But stuff like edge control, all of that, I typically don't use. I'll use it on my edges, but not while I'm braiding my hair, because it causes product buildup. It causes your scalp to itch more, especially like if you plan on leaving your plaits in for a couple months. That product is in your braids. It's just like, it weighs them down, all that good stuff. So I typically do not use anything when braiding my hair. Now, if you are doing like bigger braids, where mine is more small, so it's like I don't really need no edge control and all of that. But if you're doing bigger braids, then that might be your only option. But this video is not on bigger braids, so I probably do one later on that, but this one isn't. With smaller braids, I do not recommend adding anything because of that reason. It's just, it can cause all of that product buildup. Your scalp start itching more, where you end up taking it out much earlier. All of that good jazz. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and finish these 2.5 rows, whatever, and I'll be back. Alrighty, y'all. My hair is done. It's been done since yesterday. and I am finally going to dip it. My hair is completely done. Everything is plaited down. As y'all can see the different colors that I use, because I use like a couple different colors. This side is not as blended as this side is, I believe, which I did on purpose. But yeah, and then in the back you can see the ones that's black, but when it's down, I'll show y'all later, but once it's down, you cannot see the black ones literally at all, which I was kind of sad about, but it's okay because I didn't want to use too much black, and I didn't use the one that was like tannish or whatever color, the golden black. I didn't use that one. I just finished the rest of my head with the two different copper colors. So I did that, but I'm going to go ahead and dip my hair really quick. That way I can go ahead and end out this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope I'm able to help a couple of y'all learn how to do y'all own hair. I know a lot of people don't know how to use different methods for doing their hair or see which method is best for them. As y'all can see with me doing my hair, the three strand method was just better for me because it give a better grip, it give a tighter grip, they last longer, all of that good stuff. So I use the 3-strand method on my head, but I have a lot of friends, or not friends, associates. Alrighty, y'all, so this is how I'm dipping my hair. I have my water boiler. Alrighty, y'all, sorry about my background and the lighting is terrible in here, but this is the end of the video. So I just want to show y'all this is going to be the easiest place, or the easiest space. The water is finished boiling, but this is going to be the easiest space for me to actually dip my hair. So what I'm going to do is, you can do it, you don't have to, but I'm going to split my hair into I'm going to do 4. I'm going to split my hair into four parts. That way it's just a little bit easier for me to dip. I'm going to do it in 4 sections. And I'm just going to dip mine straight. If you want to crinkle it or anything, you just braid it down and then dip it while it's braided in hot water. But I would like for mine to stay straight, so I'm not going to curl it or anything. Just straight dip it in the hot water. And yeah, so I'm going to show y'all. Be careful because it is going to be really, really hot. Mine stay open like this. I don't think I can, oh, I can't lift it more. Okay, so mine open, I just opened it all the way. So I'm going to split this into 4. Like I said before, my whole head into 4. But I'm not going to talk too much while I'm dipping my hair because I don't want to burn myself. Please be careful when you are dipping your hair because the water is very, very, very hot. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and dip it in there. I'm going to let it sit for just a few minutes. Before, a few seconds, not minutes, a few seconds before taking it out. I'm going to come up a little bit, shake the ends just so they won't be crinkled when you take them out. And be careful, y'all, because the steam can be really, really hot. So I'm just folding my towel a little bit while my hair still sit in the water. Fold it about 2 or 3 times. I'm going to go ahead and shake it again, wiggle it a little bit. That way I know that it's straight in there. Yep, looks good. So I'm going to start from the top, grab it, leave it in the water, and then I'm pulling down on it until I get to the end like that. And be careful. Do not let it touch your face because it is really, really hot. So I'm going down like that. And make sure you catch the top, like because of the steam being so hot and going up, where I told y'all earlier those little frizzies be, when the steam go up, it helps you to get those to lay down. So be sure to just run your towel over the top of your head when you take it out, because that'll help with your little frizzies up there. But yeah, so my ends don't look bad. This is what they look like right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and dip them one more time. Let me make sure I have my towel ready. I'm knocking stuff down. All right, so I'm just dipping my ends this time. Just because I want those to be super, super straight a little bit. All righty. All right. So that's one part. And then I'm going to go ahead and do that back part that one over there. I'm going to do that back, the second half, what I was telling y'all about. Again, be very careful. And now I'm going back in just to do my ends. And then y'all are just going to do the same thing. Trying to get that steam in the top of my braids. So you're just going to do the same thing to the opposite side. I'm going to go ahead and do this side off camera. Then I'll be back to show y'all. But so far you can see the difference already. Like look at these ones and look at these ones. Like you can see the difference. These are so much more straight and nice. And then look how frizzy these ones look and all of that. So this is what the hot water do to them. Like these ones look all nice and neat. And then you got these ones that look super frizzy and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side off camera and I'll be back to show y'all the final look of my entire head.